I'm Joe Kelley, host of Orlando's Morning News, and we often hear about stories on the radio, on TV, we see about it online, and we sometimes don't fully understand what the story is. And I like to take you behind the scenes and frankly take myself behind the scenes so I get a better understanding of what the story is really about. And today, as I learn about my own community and the stories around me, I find myself at the Tymberskan on the Lakes condominiums. And this has been the location of many news stories in the last several years. Stories that deal with residents who don't want to leave, they don't want to get out of crumbling houses that have really fallen into a dreadful state of disrepair. We hear stories of high crime. Most recently, there was a fire that we reported just this morning on the radio. But I wanted to come out and get a chance to see what's really going on out here, get a chance to meet the residents and to talk to people out here at Tymberskan. And I got to tell you, I was not disappointed. In fact, if anything, I was enlightened and kind of excited to know that there are real humans out here and they're decent people and that a lot of the troubles are past them. And frankly, a lot of the problems they experience are no fault of their own, and they are as much victims as anything in this situation. But they're people who want to have the American dream just like you and me. They want to have a home and they want to stay in that home. So I want to take you inside Tymberskan, beyond the headlines, beyond the crime, beyond the millions and dollars of code violation fines, beyond the fires, the reports of drug abuse and crime and everything else. But I want you to meet the people here at Tymberskan and why they're here and why they stay.
They've cut off the water back there. They've ran everybody out.
Not everybody.
Well, not everybody. And those people probably have no place to go. I've lived here actually 12 years, going on 12 years. So I've been here through most of all the chaos, you know, and the crime and everything. But since, I can say probably last year, August, October, the crime has diminished. My home is just as important to me as whether I was living in Metro West, Frisco Bay, or Windermere. You know, I can walk inside my house and feel safety and just feel that peace that it's mine, you know. So that's my, you know, why I love to live here, because it's mine.
How long have you lived here?
9 years.
What's it been like? I mean, you've probably seen a lot of change in 9 years.
Yes, I have. When I first moved out here, I got to admit, it was a lot of crime, a lot of gunplay, shooting and everything, every night just about. But as the years progressed and the police presence was on the scene, the police has done an excellent job taking care of all that violence. In the last 2-3 years, no gunshots, no gunplay, no robberies, none of that.
My name is Mary Lee, and I've lived here since 1980, and it was a beautiful community. We had a good HOA board, and now we don't have an HOA board, and it's been taken over by the state, and we don't know what's going on. They turned our water off in November. I was forced to move. You can't live without water.
Is that why he's pushing a cart filled full of water?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are some third world nations that have better water access than you do here.
I know that.
Why do people still live here?
They can't afford to move. It costs $800 to $1,000 to move. They don't have the money. Some people got 5 children. How do they bathe them? How do they cook? It's disgraceful. This is city beautiful? Come on, give me a break. What are they doing for these people? What are they doing for these people?
You know, I had one lady, I guess she was an activist or anything, she offered me a room. She said, you can leave your home, you know, where you're comfortable in, and come stay in a room. And I'm like, why would I give up my home that I know to go stay somewhere else? You know, this is my comfort.
So, she probably thought she was being very generous.
She probably did. But until you understand someone's situation, I don't feel that you should judge. Until you walk the mile in their shoes, don't just come out here and look at Tymberskan or drive by. Because my neighborhood, if you don't try to come up with a solution or even have compassion for us, can spill over into your neighborhood. and then you'll be having the same cry that we're having. You see what I'm saying? So everybody wants to look at Tymberskan and say, oh, I wouldn't live there, or judge us. But until it happens to you, I advise you to not make judgment. If you can't help us, please don't hurt us.
What's your plan? I mean, are your plan to stay here, or?
No, sir. My plan is to, as soon as I'm everything is taken care of for me and my wife, we got a little plan going right now. Once that's taken care of, we out here. Yeah. When I first moved here, I got stuck here, you know, because of my finances. And they're gonna get better. And when they get better, we're gonna move from out here.
You seem a really good man.
Yes, I am. You know, I ain't always been like this. I got a past like everybody else, you know, but.
I moved here in 1980 when my husband died. And at the time I was working at Martin Marietta, and then I went for a furniture company. It was a beautiful community. But what happened is the drug people came in, the people that bought the land to gain profit. I'm talking about the investors. They didn't care who they rented to. And this is when all the crime started. Hey, Mr. Gray. Come here, Mr. Gray. Come on, Gray. He's scared. Come on, Gray. Come on, baby. Come on, Gray. Come on, Gray.